I am so excited to bring you a market report this morning, and I hope you had an incredible Thanksgiving. For those of you that came in on last Tuesday and picked up a pie, it was really awesome to see you. We love doing that every year. It's one of our favorite days, and almost better than Thanksgiving because we do love to give here. But wanted to go over a market report with you, and then some reasons to list during the holidays, or at least get your home on the market before spring. Super important. So currently in Missoula County, we have almost just under 400 homes for sale. What's happening in the market right now is we're seeing this is the highest inventory we've gone into the first of the year since, gosh, way back in the foreclosure, coming out of the foreclosure bust, 2011, 2012. Only reason is super high rates. Okay, rates, the last two Fed rates increased, or Fed decreases increased mortgage rates. Homes are still selling. There's no bad time to list. My prediction is in Missoula County, we have about 400 right now. Ravalli County, we have about 250. I would say in the spring, Ravalli County gets up to about 300 to 350, and Missoula County gets up to 500 or 550 residential homes in the market. So what I'm advising my clients right now is to go ahead and list now and sell, do something interim, and then be able to purchase at a substantial, in my opinion, substantial or lower price in the spring because there'll be more inventory. I hear all the time, oh, I want to wait until spring. I want to wait until spring. And naturally, nobody wants to move with 2 feet of snow on the ground. I completely understand that. But Montana real estate markets are not seasonal. I need you to hear that. They are not seasonal. So if, in other words, what I mean by that is houses sell December, January, February, and there's a lot less on the market during those months. So when there's 100 or 150 more on the market, you are not going to make more money even if your grass is green. It won't happen. Okay, so when there's less houses for sale, there's more showings per house, and then there's more offers per house, and we have a greater likelihood of seeing multiple competing offers this time of year than just about any other time of year, okay? When are we seeing inventory hit? We're seeing inventory hit more and more end of February, March than we used to. It used to just be April, May, June. That's when most of them hit and still do, just that old school way of thinking. But realistically, if you want to net more money, consider doing it right now. Now, I want to look at, and I'm just pulling up my notes right here, I want to look at some of the reasons to list during the holidays, okay? And it's pretty good. Well, we already talked about the one thing, the number of inventory is much lower this time of year than anyone else. So when you is less for sale, more showings, like I said, more offers. Tax codes are changing. Number two, tax codes are changing. So the accelerated depreciation levels are going down by 20% a year. So for the savvy investor, I think we're down to 40% now. Hopefully that gets raised back up. But where people can upfront write off a lot more than they used to be able to, which helps spur the economy. Third thing, in and around Missoula or any college town, right? I have a house in Missoula County. I have a house over by Dillon, by Western. Anytime that there's a college in the mix, it's a really good time to sell right now because incoming freshmen or people that are now capable of purchasing a home want to do so for schooling rather than rent or living in the dorms, right? Which is great. I think, our rates are hovering around 7% right now. I know that's crazy. But it's one of those things where, life goes on and you can always refinance later if the rates go down. However, I do believe that we're not going to see any rate decreases and so or anything substantial. And so the people that are holding out to see lower rates, I just don't believe that that's going to happen. There's nothing showing that that's going to happen whatsoever. Again, last two Fed rates went up. Watch the stock market. If the stock market goes way up, which it is right now, rates go up. Typically, when the stock market goes down, people start to invest in different places, and that usually helps mortgage rates. So watch that stock market. If there's a stock market crash, you're definitely going to see rates go down. That might be a great time to buy too. Again, you can always refinance. If you find a house you like, get it, and then refinance it down the road. I can't guarantee that the rates will be lower, but I can guarantee I don't think they're going to go much higher. Okay. Now, it's super easy to people. Houses are decorated incredible this time of year, right? Right now everybody has a turkey wreath or something. Pretty soon, my wife's got the gosh darn trees up in both of our houses right now. I mean, what is she doing? Don't tell her I said that. Of course, she watches all these videos and makes fun of me throughout them. The camera adds 80 pounds, by the way. But houses look so good during the wintertime. And if nobody lives in Montana that can't handle some snow, believe me, they're out looking right now. We're having showings most every day across all of our listing inventory. Okay. Again, some people need to buy for tax reasons, different than the accelerated. Sometimes there's 1031s that have to be done. Some people get transferred for their job this time of year. It's another great reason to have your house on the market, because if it's not on the market, they're not going to be able to see it. And then realistically, I think potentially prices might slip just a little bit next year if our inventory goes up. So I think by selling now, I believe that you make more. There again, it comes down to inventory, but there's just still a lot of indecision. Half the country's mad about the election, half the country's happy. That was the same 4 years ago during the election. So, here's the thing. Let's just all try to get along despite our differences. All we have is each other, I hate to tell you. So love your neighbor, gosh darn it. Now, during the wintertime, we find we don't have as much as that summer looky-loo. So we find that the quality of the buyer is way better this time of year, again, combined with that lower inventory. So I hope that's helpful. Hope you had an incredible Thanksgiving. I hope you have the most amazing Christmas season or whatever you celebrate. I hope you have, you got to say that now and be politically correct, right? Because you might offend somebody. But anyhow, I don't ever want to offend anybody. Sometimes just by breathing, I do, though. Hopefully not you, of course. So hopefully, again, you like this video. If you need any questions on hey, what's my house worth? Is now a good time? Or what should I do on my house to get it ready to sell so I can net the most amount of money? We love to come over and visit with you, anybody on the team, and just sit and visit and help you with that. Whether you're doing it now or just kind of dipping your toe in to find out if it's a good time, who cares? Just have us over. We have never bitten anyone yet, but we are still young. So have a very blessed day. Again, reach out to someone you haven't talked to in a long time. Say hello to them. Forgiveness is so good. Reconciliation is so good. I know you didn't need a lecture, and I hope you just have the best day ever. Thanks.